No one is too busy. It's just about what we truly value. Life isn't about having time. It's about making time for what matters. Priorities shape our days and define our paths. If something brings you peace, if it brings you joy, keep it close, even if no one else understands. You don't need to share your every happiness to validate its worth. There's power in quiet fulfillment, and in this noisy world, peace is a rare treasure. Be careful who you open your heart to. Not everyone who appears sweet has your best interests at heart. Just as salt and sugar can look the same but taste vastly different, people too can appear kind yet be far from it. Trust is a fragile thread. It can uplift you or unravel you. Don't hand it over lightly. Never build your life around anyone else entirely, because even your own shadow disappears in the darkness. The ones you thought would always be there may not be. That's not bitterness, it's truth. And truth doesn't hurt, it teaches. Stand tall alone. When no one shows up, be the one who shows up for yourself. What lies ahead is unknown, but don't fear it. Some of the greatest chapters of your life haven't been written yet. The moments that will define you, uplift you, and transform you are still waiting in the pages of your future. Life isn't over, it's just beginning. But how you turn the next page, how you face the unknown, that's what counts. Bad habits? They're cozy like a soft bed on a cold morning, easy to slip into, hard to get out of. But every day you stay in that bed, every moment you delay, you're pausing the life you deserve. Comfort is a trap when it becomes a cage. Don't settle in the warmth of routine when greatness waits in discomfort. Time, it doesn't lie. It exposes. It reveals who truly values you. Words may fool you, gestures might mislead, but time, it always tells the truth. When someone shows you through their actions where you stand in their life, believe them. Don't chase clarity from people who thrive on confusion. Stay calm. You've fought this battle before. You've stood in the storm and survived. And you'll do it again. Strength isn't about being unshaken. It's about standing tall while the wind tries to bend you. You've healed before, and you will again. But learn to heal quietly, not for the world to applaud, but for your soul to rest. You're being judged no matter what you do. Whether you rise or fall, speak or stay silent, there will be eyes, there will be voices. So be who you truly want to be. Because no matter what, someone will have something to say. Let them talk. Let them stare. Your life is not their courtroom. Success is not a wish. It's a result. You can't reap where you haven't sown. Without hard work, dreams remain dreams. If you want to succeed, prepare to sweat, to cry, to bleed if you must, but never to quit. Fortune favors the disciplined, the relentless, the ones who don't just hope, they hustle. Holding on to the wrong people is like dragging anchors through your journey. Let go. Make space for the ones who bring light, not weight. Your destiny is tied to the people you surround yourself with. Choose wisely. If they bring confusion, let them go. If they bring peace, keep them close. Control your mind, or someone else will. The world is full of noise, manipulation, distraction. If you don't guard your thoughts, someone will plant theirs. The battlefield is mental before it's physical. Train your mind to serve you, not sabotage you. If you're not falling every now and then, you're not moving. You're not growing. Mistakes, stumbles, bruises, they're all signs that you're in the fight. Stop coasting. Push forward. Even pain has a purpose if you let it mold you. Yes, it hurts now, but tomorrow it will make you stronger. Strength doesn't come from easy days. It comes from surviving hard ones. Pain carves depth into you. Let it, and then let that depth carry wisdom. Work at your job to survive. Work on yourself to thrive. Invest in your growth. Your habits, your mindset, your choices, they build the real wealth. And that wealth isn't always money. It's peace, power, and purpose. There will always be people who don't see your worth. The real tragedy is if you start believing them. Don't let the world's blindness become your burden. See yourself clearly. Know what you bring. Value it, even if no one else claps for you. Do what no one else is doing, and you'll become who no one else can become. Originality is uncomfortable. Standing out means walking alone at times. But greatness was never found in the crowd. Walk your path with pride. 5 years ago you prayed, you dreamed, you wished to be where you are now. Don't forget that. Gratitude grounds you. When life feels hard, remember how far you've come. You're living in some of the answered prayers of your past. If someone treats you like an option, remind them you're a choice. And if they can't see it, walk away. You don't need permission to leave what doesn't honor you. You owe loyalty to your values, not to someone's convenience. Possessions fade. Trends change. But memories? Experiences? They're treasures that time can't steal. Chase the life that fills your soul, not just your shelf. You're loved, more than you know. Don't drown in the silence of a few when the love of many surrounds you. Focus on who stays, not on who strays. Playing it safe is the biggest risk. You think you're protecting yourself, but you're boxing yourself in. Life is meant to be lived boldly. Tiptoeing through life won't get you to the mountaintop. There is no shame in struggle. Every giant started small. Every success story has chapters of sleepless nights and silent tears. Keep building, one brick at a time. Rowing harder in the wrong direction won't get you there faster. Reflect, align, choose the path that truly leads you forward. Direction matters more than speed. Clarity doesn't come overnight. Your vision may be foggy now, but it will sharpen with time. Keep moving through the haze. Each step makes it clearer. Take care of the body that carries your dreams. Your health is your hidden wealth. Without it, everything else becomes harder. Prioritize it. Fuel it. Respect it. You're not paid for the hours you spend, but for the value you bring. Be a force of impact, not just a presence. Make every second count. Let the pursuit of becoming the best version of yourself be so intense that you don't have time to gossip, criticize, or compare. Stay focused. Stay hungry. Train your mind like it's your most powerful muscle, because it is. Every thought either lifts you or limits you. Choose wisely. And when someone shows you their true colors, don't repaint them. Let go. Quietly. No noise. No drama. Your peace matters more. If you're not where you want to be yet, use that as fuel. Let the gap between where you are and where you want to be ignite a fire, not feed doubt. You're not too late. You're not behind. You're exactly where your growth demanded you to be. Comparison is the thief of joy. Your path was never meant to look like anyone else's. Some bloom early, others bloom in the silence of seasons long forgotten. But every bloom matters. And yours will be unforgettable. Life will test you, not to show you your weakness, but to remind you of your strength. Trials don't come to break you. They come to awaken something in you. Something deeper. Something fierce. Something unstoppable. But you must be willing to stand in the fire without running from the heat. Most people want change without discomfort. They want success without sacrifice. But that's not how it works. Growth and pain are often close friends. You must be willing to leave behind the version of you that feels safe just to meet the version of you that feels alive. And yes, it's hard, but so is staying stuck. Sometimes it's not your circumstances that need to change, it's your mindset. You can have every opportunity, every open door, and still stay caged if you don't believe you're worthy to walk through. Self-doubt is a silent killer. It creeps in, whispers lies, and convinces you to play small in a world that needs your greatness. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. It's turning down temporary pleasure for lasting purpose. Every morning you rise early, every time you show up tired, every day you push forward when quitting feels easier, you're investing in the future you've been dreaming about. And dreams without work, they're just wishes. You don't get what you want by hoping, you get it by working, bleeding, falling, rising again. When everyone else calls it a day, you call it a beginning. You build while others sleep. You believe while others doubt. And eventually you arrive. There's a war inside every person. The version of you that wants to rest, that wants comfort, that wants ease, and the version that wants to evolve. Which one wins? The one you feed. If you keep choosing what's easy, your life will be hard. But if you choose what's hard now, your life will become easier later. The price is up front, but the reward is long-lasting. And not everyone will understand your fire. That's okay. Your vision wasn't meant for their eyes. Your mission wasn't handed to them. Don't shrink to fit their comfort. Don't water down your passion just because it makes others uneasy. Be too much. Be bold. Be relentless. Pain will either destroy you or develop you. You choose. Most people break under pressure because they never learned how to bend. Flexibility in mindset, resilience in spirit, that's what will carry you through the storms. Because storms don't last forever, but strong people do. Let go of the illusion that life is supposed to be easy. It's not, but it can be meaningful. It can be powerful. It can be rich with purpose. And that matters more than comfort ever will. Stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this trying to teach me? You are not defined by your past. Every day is a blank page. And every decision is a word written toward your legacy. You are more than your mistakes. more than your failures. You are a work in progress, and that progress is beautiful. Sometimes you have to break your own heart by letting go of what you thought would last forever. Growth often means outgrowing people, places, and even pieces of yourself. Don't hold on to what you've already outlived just because it's familiar. Let go with grace, and walk forward with faith. The world won't slow down for you to catch up. It won't wait for you to be ready. So you must leap, even when you're afraid, even when you're unsure. Fear doesn't mean stop, it means go with caution. Bravery is not the absence of fear, but the decision that something else matters more. And the truth is, you won't always feel motivated. That's why discipline must take over when motivation fades. You won't always feel inspired, but that doesn't mean you stop showing up. You do the work regardless of how you feel, because you've built a habit of consistency, not just a mood of excitement. Success is rented, and the rent is due every day. And you can't pay it once and expect to keep the keys. You must show up again and again and again, even when it's boring, especially when it's hard, because that's how mastery is born. That's how legends are made. Don't wait until everything feels perfect to begin. That day may never come. Start where you are. Use what you have. Move forward even if it's slow. A small step in the right direction is better than standing still. Momentum is powerful, but it must be created by action. People may mock you, laugh at your dreams, doubt your vision. Let them watch, let them whisper, because the day will come when your results speak louder than their noise. The day will come when your reality outshines their ridicule. And when that day comes, remember to stay humble. Remember the late nights, the rejections, the setbacks. Let success never make you forget who you were when you started. Stay grounded. Stay grateful. Stay hungry. You were not born to blend in. You were born to rise, to shake the ground, to inspire others by becoming the version of yourself that once felt impossible. And every step you take, even the small ones, move you closer to that reality. Don't allow a bad day to convince you that you have a bad life. It's just a day, a chapter, not the whole story. Hold the pen tight and keep writing. Your story is far from over. You may not see it now, but every ounce of effort, every sleepless night, every tear you've wiped quietly, it all matters. You're being shaped, strengthened, refined. The grind is not in vain. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You just need to believe in yourself enough to keep going. And eventually the world will catch up. They'll see what you've seen all along. This journey isn't about proving others wrong. It's about proving to yourself that you were always right to believe in more, to believe in change, to believe in you. You're building something bigger than you. And every time you refuse to quit, you honor that mission. You honor that vision. You build the future you once only dreamed about. Keep going. Because the moment you choose to rise again, no matter how broken you feel, you reclaim your power. Power is not loud. It doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's just the whisper that says, try one more time. And in that quiet decision lies the strength that changes everything. Not everyone will see your vision, and they don't need to. Your calling isn't up for debate. It's for you to walk out with courage, not for others to validate. Some of the greatest chapters in your life will be written in silence, in solitude, while no one is clapping. Keep building anyway. You will be tested, again and again, not to punish you, but to prepare you, to see if you're truly ready for what you've been praying for. Because the level of the dream always demands a higher version of the dreamer, and you cannot bring your old patterns into your new season. Every setback is a setup. Every delay is preparation. What looks like rejection might just be redirection. Life has a funny way of moving things around to align you with where you were always meant to go. You might not understand it now, but later, you'll look back and see how every piece connected. And when things fall apart, don't just mourn, build. Rebuild stronger. Rebuild wiser. Rebuild with deeper roots. Sometimes life shakes you not to break you, but to loosen the foundation that was never meant to hold you. Let it fall. Let it clear. And then build what will last. There is no growth without discomfort. If it's easy, it probably isn't changing you. Growth feels like stretching, like letting go, like stepping into unknown territory with trembling hands. But every step forward is a declaration that fear will not win. And it's okay to be afraid. Fear is natural, but never let it be louder than your purpose. Your purpose deserves a voice louder than your doubt. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to act even when fear is present. That's courage. That's how change begins. The world doesn't need another copy. It needs authenticity. It needs realness. It needs people who are willing to stand in their truth, even when it's uncomfortable. So speak up. Show up. Don't shrink to fit into spaces you've already outgrown. Don't apologize for your growth. You're allowed to outgrow old versions of yourself. That's the point. You're supposed to evolve. You're supposed to look back and not recognize the person you used to be. That means you're becoming. That means the process is working. And don't let anyone guilt you for choosing yourself, for healing, for rising, for putting in the work to become better. That's your right. That's your responsibility. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Fill yours, and then overflow. You don't owe the world your burnout. You owe it your brilliance. But that brilliance must be protected, nurtured, built. And that takes time. That takes rest. That takes discipline. The hustle is real, yes, but so is the need for stillness, reflection, and intention. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is pause. Step back. Breathe. Refocus. This isn't quitting. This is recalibrating. Because clarity isn't always found in movement. Sometimes it's found in the quiet, in the still, in the surrender. There will be seasons where nothing makes sense, where progress feels invisible, where every step feels harder than the last. But keep walking. Not every day will feel victorious, but every day you continue is a win. Every day you choose not to quit is a seed planted toward greatness. It's easy to stay motivated when things are going well. But what about when they aren't? What about when no one is watching? When your work feels unseen? That's where the real warriors are formed. In the shadows, in the silence, in the grind that no one claps for. Greatness is forged in the fire of ordinary days done with extraordinary consistency. The days when you show up tired, the nights you stay late, the moments you feel unseen, yet you keep going. These moments build the character that legacy demands. You don't get to choose your struggle, but you do get to choose your response. Will you complain, or will you conquer? Will you retreat, or will you rise? You are not powerless. You've always had more inside you than you've shown. It's time to let that fire out. Your circumstances do not define you. Your choices do. Every day is a chance to rewrite the narrative, to decide what kind of story you want to live. And the most powerful stories aren't the ones with perfect beginnings. They're the ones with unshakable perseverance. So stop waiting for perfect conditions. Start now, with what you have, where you are. Because starting messy is better than not starting at all. Action breeds clarity. Clarity breeds confidence. But nothing happens until you move. You won't feel ready. Do it anyway. You won't always feel supported. Believe anyway. The path will be hard, yes. But it will also be worth it. Your future is waiting on the other side of fear, of failure, of fatigue. Don't stop before you get there. Remember, the strongest trees are not the ones that grew in ideal conditions. They're the ones that learn to bend with the storm. You are that tree. Every storm you survive, every test you pass, every night you cry and still rise, that's resilience. You're not weak for struggling. You're strong for staying. Strong for trying again. Strong for refusing to let your past dictate your future. Strength isn't loud. It's not always fierce. Sometimes it's just the quiet choice to keep showing up. You were not born to be average. You were not born to settle. There is something in you, burning, wild, limitless. Something waiting to be unlocked. But it won't happen without your effort, without your fight, without your faith. The process may be slow, but slow progress is still progress. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're building. You're rising. And soon, you'll see just how far you've come. You've been through too much to give up now. You've cried too many tears. Overcome too many setbacks. Fought through too many lonely nights. Don't let it all be for nothing. Let it be the reason you keep going. Because everything you're dreaming about, it's already waiting for you. But it's waiting on the other side of one more push. One more step. One more yes in the face of everything screaming no. So take that step. You're still standing. That alone says something powerful about who you are. It means the battle didn't break you. The losses didn't define you. The pain didn't consume you. You've carried burdens in silence. Faced fears in darkness. Endured storms that no one else could see. And still you rise. You're not here by accident. You didn't make it this far just to stop now. There is something inside you that refuses to quit, even when everything around you says you should. That quiet defiance, that unexplainable persistence, that is your strength. That is your power. You've been tested, yes. But those tests are shaping you, stretching you, carving depth into your spirit that cannot be taught by comfort. The pressure you feel is not here to crush you. It's preparing you. preparing you for a level of greatness you can't yet see. Sometimes the weight you carry is not a punishment. It's a responsibility, a calling, a reminder that you were made to lead, to rise, to carry light in places where others only saw darkness. You were built for more. That's why life keeps calling you higher. But here's the truth. Before every breakthrough, there is a breakdown. It's the law of the climb. Before you rise, everything will feel like it's falling apart. Right before your next level, the pressure intensifies. The doubts get louder. The road looks steeper. And it's in those moments, when you feel like giving up, that you must hold on. Because that pressure is a signal that the breakthrough is near. Growth feels like breaking, like discomfort, like being stretched beyond what feels manageable. But don't let that scare you. Let it confirm you're on the edge of transformation. The challenge is part of the change. The struggle is part of the story. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. Every difficulty is sharpening your resolve. Every delay is strengthening your foundation. Don't despise the process. It's building something unshakable. You are in the middle of becoming the version of you that can handle what you've been asking for. Life isn't saying no. It's saying, not yet, there's still more of you to unlock. This version of you, the one who's survived, endured, kept going, this version is powerful. And you didn't get here easily. It cost you time, energy, tears, doubts, but it built you. And now, you're equipped in ways you never were before. You know how to get up after falling. You know how to start over when everything seems lost. You've learned how to keep moving with a heart that's heavy. That kind of wisdom can't be taught in books. It's forged through fire, and you've walked through flames. So now, when life throws something new at you, you don't shrink. You don't run. You stand taller. You say, I've been through worse, and I'm still here. You say, I might be shaken, but I'm not stopping. That mindset, that fire, is what separates the average from the unstoppable. It's not talent that carries people through. It's not luck. It's grit. It's heart. It's the unwillingness to surrender when things look impossible. And you've got that. You've proven it every time you've chosen to try again. And yes, people might doubt you. They might question your timing, your decisions, your vision. Let them. Their opinion doesn't pay the price for your dreams. You do. Let your results speak. Let your actions shout louder than their doubts. There is nothing more powerful than a person on a mission. A person who has seen pain, yet still chooses hope. A person who has been through darkness, yet still carries light. That person, who keeps getting back up, that person becomes unstoppable. You don't need to explain your journey to anyone. Let your progress speak. Let your growth tell the story. Because no one else saw the late nights, the silent tears, the moments you almost gave up. But you didn't. And that matters more than they'll ever understand. What you're building isn't just for today. It's for your future. For those watching you silently. For the version of you from the past who didn't believe they'd make it. You're honoring them every time you keep going. Every time you show up when it's hard. And don't forget, someone out there is waiting for the version of you that refuses to quit. Your persistence is someone else's permission. Your fight is someone else's fuel. When you rise, you light the path for others. That is purpose. Your journey isn't just about you. It's bigger than you. That's why the fight feels so heavy, because it's meaningful. Because it matters. You're paving the way for others to believe it's possible too. You have the ability to change lives, not just your own. But it starts with you, with the way you show up, with the way you handle adversity, with the way you choose courage over comfort, growth over safety, and purpose over fear. And yes, it's scary. Yes, it's uncertain. But you've already survived what you thought would break you. You've already proven you're stronger than your worst day. You've already shown that your spirit cannot be crushed. So now, it's time to rise again. Rise with more focus. Rise with more hunger. Rise knowing that everything you need is already inside you. You don't need permission. You don't need a perfect plan. You need belief, movement, willingness to take the next step. It's not about knowing the whole path. It's about having the faith to take the next one. The path reveals itself to the one who walks it. You don't have to feel ready. You have to decide. And once you decide, the universe starts rearranging to meet your momentum. You've got this far for a reason. Everything you've faced has trained you for this moment. All the delays, the doubts, the pain, it's all been refining you. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from strength. Now is not the time to shrink. It's the time to expand, to rise, to take all that pain and turn it into power, To take the struggle and turn it into strategy. To take the setback and let it become the reason you succeed. Don't let the noise distract you. Don't let the fear hold you. Don't let the past define you. You are not your mistakes. You are not your lowest moment. You are the lesson, the growth, the rise. And even if no one claps when you win anyway. Because this is your life. This is your story. And it's far from over. There comes a moment in every journey when the voice of doubt is louder than the voice of belief. When the path looks too long, the climb feels too steep, and the distance between where you are and where you want to be feels endless. But listen closely, this moment, right here, is where everything changes. This is the turning point. The line that separates those who wish from those who will. The point where dreams either fade or take fire. And how you respond now will determine what your story becomes. You've come too far to only come this far. Everything in your life has been leading to this moment. Every lesson, every loss, every little win, every sacrifice, none of it was wasted. All of it has been building the strength, the wisdom, and the vision you need right now. You're not at the beginning anymore. You're at the edge of transformation. It doesn't matter how slow it's been. It doesn't matter how many times you had to start over. The only thing that matters now is that you refuse to stop, that you choose to rise one more time, that you hold on just a little longer. Because that's when the breakthrough happens. It doesn't come when everything is easy. It doesn't come when you feel confident. It comes when you're tired, when you're doubting, when you feel like you've got nothing left. And you push anyway. It's in that moment that life opens up, that something shifts, that the impossible becomes real. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to move through fear. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be persistent. You don't need all the answers. You just need to take the next step. Every great achievement started with uncertainty. With a person who didn't know what would happen, but showed up anyway. You don't get clarity from waiting. You get clarity from doing. From showing up. From choosing action over excuses. There's a power in deciding that your story won't end where it's always paused. There's a fire that ignites when you declare, no more waiting. No more hoping. I choose to rise now. That fire can't be taught, it has to be chosen. And today is the day you choose. You've carried pain, but now it's time to carry purpose. Use the struggle. Let it shape your vision. Let it fuel your mission. Let it be the reason you work harder, fight smarter, and show up stronger than ever before. You don't need to erase the past to create a new future. You just need to stop letting it define you. You are not the person you used to be. You're wiser now. You're more resilient now. You're capable of more than ever before. And this is the season you prove it, not to the world, but to yourself. This is the moment you stop shrinking to fit old versions of yourself. This is the moment you stop apologizing for your ambition, your hunger, your potential. This is where you stop settling, stop doubting, stop hesitating. You are allowed to want more, to dream bigger, to start again. There is no shame in failing. The shame is in staying stuck. You were not created to live small, to play it safe, or to hide behind comfort. You were built for bold moves, for fierce faith, for limitless growth. So no more playing small. No more hiding your light to make others comfortable. No more waiting for perfect conditions. There will never be a perfect time. The only time is now. And the only permission you need is your own. This is your life, your journey, and you get to decide where it goes from here. You get to rewrite the story. You get to take the pain and turn it into purpose. The failure and turn it into fuel. You get to take the silence and turn it into strength. No one else can do this for you. But no one can take it from you either. You're standing on the edge of something powerful. You can feel it. The shift is happening. That version of you that was stuck in survival is fading. And something new is rising. A version that is not afraid to be seen, to be heard, to be bold. You've outgrown the old chapter. The fear, the doubt, the hesitation. It's time to stop watering dead plants. It's time to stop chasing things that drain you. It's time to align with what sets your soul on fire. You don't have to carry everything anymore. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. You just have to believe in yourself enough to keep going. That belief will create momentum, and momentum will create miracles. You're not behind. You're not late. You're right on time for your own breakthrough. Everything you've lost is making space for everything you're about to gain. Everything that didn't work out is redirecting you to something better. Everything that tried to stop you has made you stronger. This is your rebirth, your restart, your rise. The doubts may still whisper. The fears may still linger. But you are louder than them now. You've found your voice. And that voice says, I am not done. I am just getting started. Let that voice guide you. Let it carry you through the unknown. Let it remind you of who you are, even when everything else tries to make you forget. You are powerful. You are capable. You are ready. And even if your legs shake, walk forward anyway. Even if your heart races, keep moving anyway. Even if you don't know how, take the step anyway. Because the moment you do, the universe begins to respond. Opportunities appear. Doors open. Strength reveals itself. You don't have to wait until you feel ready. You just have to decide that waiting is no longer an option. This is your time. This is your moment. Everything you've been praying for, working for, believing for, it's not far. It's close. It's waiting for you to stop looking back and start moving forward. Boldly. Unapologetically. Completely. The climb is not over. The journey is not done. This is where the tide turns. Where everything you've carried, every challenge you've survived, every doubt you've overcome, begins to fuel the rise you were always destined for. You've walked through storms that tried to break you, but they didn't. You've faced nights that stretched long and silent, wondering if morning would ever come. And still you rose. Still you stood. Still you dared to believe, maybe quietly, maybe with shaking hands, but you believed enough to keep going. And that belief was not small. It was strength. It was courage wrapped in silence. It was purpose standing in the shadows, waiting for you to claim it. And now is the time you take it back. Now is the moment you choose to stop shrinking, stop waiting, stop second-guessing. Now is when you choose to rise, fully, finally, and fearlessly. Because everything you need is already within you. The world may have tried to convince you otherwise. It may have told you to be realistic, to play it safe, to follow the rules. But greatness was never born from comfort. It was born from fire, from pressure, from refusal to be anything less than what you were meant to become. You were not meant to exist in the background of your own life. You were not born to live by someone else's expectations, to check boxes that don't align with your soul, or to wear masks to fit into spaces you've already outgrown. You were meant to stand tall, to speak with purpose, to walk with a knowing in your chest that says, I am more than this moment. I am building something bigger. That voice inside you, the one that whispers that you were made for more, that is not your imagination. That is your potential, waiting to be unleashed. This is not the end of the road. It is the start of something greater than you've ever known. And it begins the moment you decide that nothing is going to stop you. Not fear, not failure, not rejection, not the past. The limits you've believed were never real. They were inherited. They were passed down, learned, absorbed from the world around you. But today you return them. Today you unlearn what was never true. Today you stop being who the world told you to be and start becoming who you truly are. You don't need more time. You don't need more approval. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need one thing, belief. Belief in the unseen. Belief in your strength. Belief in the fact that what you're building is worth it. And once you have that belief, nothing can stop you. Because with belief comes boldness. With boldness comes action. With action comes momentum. And with momentum comes transformation. This is not about motivation that fades. This is about discipline that grows. It's about character forged in the fire. It's about waking up every day and choosing to show up, even when no one claps, even when no one sees, even when the voice of doubt tries to creep back in. You keep going, because you know what's on the other side. On the other side is the life you've been working toward, the peace you've longed for, the freedom you've earned, and you don't owe anyone an explanation for why you want more. You don't need to justify your hunger, your hustle, your hope. You just need to keep showing up for yourself. It's not about being perfect. It's about being committed. It's about waking up and choosing to keep moving, even if it's one step at a time. Even if the progress is invisible. Even if no one understands your path. Because you understand. Because you feel it. Because you know what's coming. The pain you've felt won't be wasted. The time you've invested won't be in vain. The fight you've endured, it's going to count for something. You just need to stay in the ring. Keep your hands up. Keep your heart open. Because it's coming. The moment that shifts everything. The moment the door opens. The moment the opportunity appears. The moment the reward finds the one who refused to quit. And when that moment comes, and it will come, you'll look back not with regret, but with pride. You'll remember the days you nearly gave up, and be thankful you didn't. You'll remember the tears, the sweat, the silence, and know it was all worth it. You are not lost. You are in the process of becoming. Becoming the strongest version of yourself. Becoming someone who doesn't just talk about change, but lives it. breathes it, builds it. Let the fire inside you burn brighter than the fear around you. You have survived every moment that tried to break you. You have walked through every valley and still found a way forward. And now it's your time. Your time to rise, to lead, to build, to create. Not tomorrow, not someday, right now. This is your life. Own it, live it, protect it, honor it, and build something from it that will outlast you. A legacy not of things, but of impact, of courage, of resilience. You're ready now. Not because the road is easy, but because you've become strong enough to walk it anyway. And when it gets hard and the doubts return and the world grows loud, remember this: you are not alone. You are not broken. You are not done. You are becoming. And the world is waiting for what only you can bring. So rise, speak, move, build, live. Now go and show them what happens when someone refuses to give up. Because this is your time, and you are ready.